Right. See this? Cost me 50 quid on Amazon. Cute little thing, isn't it? Plays my Spotify, tells me the weather, occasionally pretends it didn't hear me for like the third time in a row. But here's the mad bit. Amazon loses money on these every single time someone buys. Not a little bit of money. Not oops, we miscalculated shipping. I'm talking billions with a B. And Bezos is absolutely chuffed about it. So either Amazon's accountants have all gone on holiday, or there's something genius about what's happening here that most startup founders miss. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand a business strategy so clever, it might just change how you think about pricing in your own business. So I'm Carl, and today we're doing something different. We're not reviewing the Amazon Echo for its specs. Frankly, you can get that anywhere. Instead, we're tearing apart Amazon's business model to understand why they're perfectly happy selling new hardware at a loss. This is about the loss leader strategy, the flywheel effect, and how hardware can be a Trojan horse for services. If you're building a startup, a SaaS business, or you're just curious about why one of the world's most valuable companies deliberately loses money, then this is a video for you. So let's start with the numbers, yeah? And these are proper numbers, not just me making the stuff up. When the 4th generation Echo Dot launched, tech teardown specialists pulled one apart to see what was inside. You know, as they do. They found that Amazon's production cost was about $60 or so to build a single unit. And the retail price, about $50. That's a $10 loss per device. And before we even talk about shipping, marketing, or R&D, Amazon was literally paying people to take these off of their hands. Now you might think, right, but surely they got that sorted out by now. Well, yes and no. The newer Echo dropped production cost to around $24, but here's the thing, they kept the price at around $50. And so they've gone from losing money to making a little bit. But that's not really the point, because here's what properly did my head in when I was researching this. Between 2017 and 2021, Amazon's devices division, that's Echo, Alexa, Fire, TV, the lot, collectively lost more than $25 billion. $25 billion. That's not a rounding error. That's not, oops, we forgot to carry the one. That's enough money to buy a Premier Football League club twice. That's deliberate. So the question isn't, why are they just losing money? The question is, what are they actually selling here? And that brings us to the absolute genius of what Amazon's doing. Jeff Bezos once said, and I'm quoting kind of directly here, we want to make money when people use our devices, not when they buy our devices. Absolute banger of a quote, because it flips the entire business model on its head. See, most companies, especially tech companies, make their margin on the hardware. Apple's brilliant at this. They design a gorgeous iPhone, stick a premium price tag on it, and pocket the difference. Nothing wrong with the model. It works. But Amazon's playing a completely different ballgame. The Echo isn't the product. Prime is the product. Amazon Shipping is the product. Amazon Music, Audible, Prime Video, those are the products. The Echo is just the world's most convenient cashier that happens to live in your kitchen. Let me paint you a picture. You buy an Echo, Amazon loses a tenner, but they're not bothered. You set it up, and suddenly you're asking Alexa to reorder your coffee pods, your cat food, your toilet roll, because it's just that easy. Just shout at the cylinder, Alexa, another coffee. Done. No more apps. No typing. No finding your card. Friction. Eliminated. And here's where the flywheel starts spinning. More Echo devices in homes. More Alexa usage. More shopping on Amazon. More developers building Alexa skills. More smart home integrations. More reasons to buy Echo. More data for Amazon. Better recommendations. Higher spending. And then we go back to the top. It's self-reinforcing. Every Echo sold makes the entire ecosystem more valuable, and the ecosystem makes every Echo more useful. But wait, there's more. Because Amazon's not stupid. They've recently made this even more genius. And in 2024, they launched something called Alexa Plus. It's their generative AI upgrade for Alexa. For non-Prime customers, it costs about 20 quid a month. But, and here's the kicker, if you're already a Prime member, it's bundled in free. So now, the Echo sitting in your kitchen isn't just selling you cat food. It's making Prime feel like an absolute no-brainer. Well, I've already got the Echo, and Prime gets me the delivery faster. Prime Video, Prime Music, and now fancy AI Alexa. Might as well. This is the loss leader strategy perfected. Amazon's not selling you a speaker. They're selling you a lifetime of subscriptions and purchases. The hardware is just a Trojan horse that gets you through the door, and the math works. If you spend an extra £10 a month on Amazon because the Echo makes it easier, which is conservative, by the way, Amazon breaks even in 1 month and prints money for years. Absolute scenes. Right, so why should you care? Unless you're building an Echo competitor, and good luck with that. What's the takeaway? Here's the thing. Most startups try to make margin on everything. Every feature, every tier, every add-on. How much can we charge for this? And look, I get it. You've got a runway to think about, investors to please, and employees to pay. But Amazon's proven something powerful. Sometimes the smartest move is to give away the razor to sell the blades. Let's make this practical. Say you're running a SaaS business. Maybe it's project management software, maybe it's accounting tools, whatever. Here's how you can apply loss leader thinking. Option 1, the generous free tier. Most SaaS companies have a free tier that's barely usable. You can have 3 projects and 2 users and now give us some money. But what if your free tier was actually good? Good enough that people properly embed it into their workflow. You might use money on some server costs initially, but once they're hooked, once their entire team is trained on your software, once their processes are built around it, upgrading becomes inevitable. And that's your flywheel. Option 2, the strategic feature. Give away a premium feature for free to drive usage of your core paid features. Notion does this brilliantly. Unlimited pages in the free tier seems generous, but it gets people writing more, collaborating more, embedding their work into Notion. The paid features become essential as soon as you scale. Option 3, subsidized integration. Build a free integration with a bigger platform. That costs you money to maintain, but if it brings you into a new ecosystem and makes your tool indispensable, you've just bought distribution at a discount. The key is asking yourself, what can I give away that makes my paid product more valuable? Amazon gave away the Echo to make Prime invaluable. What's your Echo? Now, a word of caution, because I'm not telling you to just set money on fire. Amazon can afford to lose a few billion quid because they've got Amazon Web Services printing cash in the background. You probably don't have that luxury. So, the question you need to answer is, what's the unit economics on the back end? If you give away feature X for free, how quickly do users convert to paid? What's their lifetime value once they do? Can you afford the burn rate until then? Run the numbers. Be honest. But don't dismiss loss leader thinking just because it feels wrong. To give stuff away, sometimes the fastest path to profit goes through a strategic loss. And this isn't just Amazon, by the way. This strategy is everywhere once you start looking for it. Dropbox, free storage, you got hooked. Now you're paying for more space. Spotify, free tier without, made streaming mainstream. Now millions pay for premium. Slack, free for small teams. Once your company's entire communication history is in there, you're going to pay. Dropbox, 700 million registered users, started free. Spotify, 600 million users, 250 million paying. Slack, used by 77% of Fortune 100 companies. They all gave away the razor, and now they're selling the blades. Even the supermarkets do this. Ever noticed how milk and bread are always at the back of the store? often sold at tiny margins. That's not an accident. They lose money on your milk, so that when you walk past the crisps, the chocolate, the wine, the loss leader gets you through the door. The question is, are you thinking about your business this way? So, there you have it. This little device that costs Amazon more to make than they sell it for. It's not a product. It's a strategy. It's a flywheel. It's a Trojan horse for one of the most valuable subscription ecosystems in the world. And the lesson for you, whether you're building a startup, pricing a product, or just thinking strategically about business, is this: profit doesn't always come from the first transaction. Sometimes it comes from the 10th or the 100th. Amazon's not in the speech business. They're in the customer lifetime value business. And they built a $50 device that keeps people spending for years. That's genius. If this changed how you think about pricing or business strategy, do me a favor and hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more videos where we tear apart business models instead of just unboxing products. And drop a comment. What's your loss leader? What could you give away to make your core product more valuable? I'm genuinely curious. Cheers for watching. Now if you excuse me, I need to ask Alexa to order me some more coffee.